Hello, I am Natalie, and I will guide you through the procedure to factory reset, a modulating of actuator. This procedure is standard for the whole range of smart actuator. Our smart actuator has 3 buttons, M, key 2, and key 3. To reset the actuator, we will hold all the buttons at the same time. For the factory reset, we need to type 6666, change the digit with K3, and switch to the next with K2. Once you type all numbers, press M to reset. When you reset the actuator, a few things happen that we need to change. The actuator goes back to Chinese and 420 mA configuration. To change this, we need to go to the main menu, change the language, the channel, and the feedback. Now we must access to the main menu to change the language, channel, and feedback. On the main menu, you can change multiple parameters. Hold M and type the password 333. Once in the menu, your first option is the language. Press K3 to change it to English. Scroll with M, and the second option is the channel. By default in 420 mA. Press K3 until you find the option 010 volt. Finally, keep scrolling with M until you find the option out 4 mA, or depending on the firmware version, out low. Out 4 mA or out low. Calibrate the feedback for the closed position or 0-degree angle. Normally this option is around 181, which means 4 mA or 2 volts. This is the signal you should receive to your PLC through the brown wire. See how our feedback is marking 2.1 volt. Change it to 0 to set the feedback at 0 volts. For the closed position, use K2 to change it to 0. Once you change the parameter to 0, you will see on your feedback the confirmation. The next option is out 20 mA or out high. This also is your feedback, but the maximum for the open position, or 90 degrees, shows 10 volts to your feedback. Then, scroll with M until you find the option Save to Exit and press K3. Now we need to calibrate the input signal. You will need to be able to send 0 volts and 10 volts to the actuator for calibration. Hold M and K3 until you see the password request. Then type 368 for the 0-10 volt calibration. The first option is Save 2 volt reference. At this point, we will send 0 volts through the grey wire for reference. See in our screen on the left, we are sending 0 volt. Once you send 0 volts, you should see a 1 or 2-digit number in the actuator screen. Press K3 to save that reference. Press M. The next option is to save the 10V reference. Send 10 volts to the actuator. The reference number should change to a 4-digit number. Press K3 to save. Then press M and K3 to exit. Now you have calibrated the input signal for your actuator. Now is the time to calibrate the open and closed positions. For that, we will hold M and K3. Once ask you for the password, type 168. The first option is Position Adjustment. This option is for free movement adjustment, closed with K2 and open with K3. We recommend finding the open position first, so move the actuator with K2 and press M. This menu is to save the reference for the open position. Press K3 to save this reference. Press M. Now the actuator asks you for the closed position reference. Use K2 to close the actuator. Once you are happy with the closed position, press K3 to save. Finally, press M1 last time and K3 to exit. Congratulations, you finished a full calibration after reset. Now you are an expert.